Good morning on this Monday, and thank you for joining us today. I'm Marcus Took, and we'll check in with Greg Fields in just a moment. But Kara Sewell is live at an RV park in Snager, where several RVs flipped over due to those storms that rolled through North Texas yesterday. Snager, about 15 miles north of the city in Denton. And Kara is there this morning. I know the sun isn't quite up yet, but you can already see the damage there.
Yes, we'll get a better perspective once the sun does come up, Mark. So to give you an idea of where we're at, just a more focused view, we're behind McLean's RV Superstore. This is right off of I-35 and View Road. And this is where a lot of damage occurred. I am going to step out of the way. I'm sure you can see behind me this morning that there is a flipped RV. So we're at the RV park behind that Superstore. And you can probably still see some lightning in the distance lighting up the sky this morning if you pay close attention. But again, this RV was flipped up onto its roof. And my videographer, in fact, Brandon, spoke to a woman earlier when we were coming in. And she says that about 8 of these RVs were flipped. So that just gives you an idea of just how strong the winds were. This morning, still strong winds. I can tell you that right now. At this point, we're not hearing any word of any injuries, which is great news. And she did tell Brandon this morning when he was coming in that these RVs were sort of standalone. So I know it's hard to see right now because it's dark, but you can see that there are some lots and spaces that are closer together while others are more separated apart. So again, she was saying that those RVs that were more separated from everybody are the ones that were actually flipped. So again, we're going to be out here all morning long to give you an idea about just what is happening all around this area. Different spots received damage. In fact, we talked to one camper last night to hear his perspective of what it was like when this was going on.
I tell you what, I'm happy to be alive because I think if I'd have been on the couch, all the heavy stuff that smashed in there would have smashed right on me.
Yeah, so you can see people here grateful this morning, not just to be spared any injuries, but also to have their RV upright. And as people come out and wake up this morning again, they're still sleeping right now. There's a lot of people who are still sleeping as we're set up right here. We'll be sure to let you know what's happening throughout the morning and give you better perspective as the sun comes up. But again, a wild night here just outside of Snager, north of Snager. Greg, I know that you and I have been texting this morning because we are going to get to Chris. Okay, we'll talk to Greg here in a minute because I know that we faced some rain this morning and a lot of lightning as we were headed up this area on 35. But right now we're going to go to Chris Sadeghi, who's got another perspective of the damage that we've seen around the area. Hi, Chris.
Good morning, Kara. And yes, we saw that damage last night at a few warehouses that we're not far from. We just pulled over off the side of the road here in Snager because even the drive up here on 35, a lot of wind, a lot of driving rain. So not only did they have these storms yesterday, but it's continued into this morning. I want to show you some of the video that we got yesterday of a few warehouses nearby that took on some damage. We did drop by the Walmart distribution center here in Snager earlier this morning. A guard there at the front door told us a lot of the damage that they experienced was towards the back of the facility. So we're waiting to see just how bad everything is, how much damage was done once the sun comes up. Right now, still very dark. And as I mentioned, that rain and that wind made it hard to see too far in front of you on the way up here. So once the sun comes up, we should get a better idea of the damage. But we do know that a few of the warehouses here nearby in Snager did take some damage. So we will update you on that damage as soon as we're able to see it.